Hey guys, it's Chad with Thursday in Paradise. So wow, what a month! What a crazy month this is. Um, so I'm in a six personal year, which has to do with like domestic issues, home issues, um, you know, giving giving service to my house. So and it's a 9 month, so it just like intensifies the six. So nine plus any single digit number just becomes that single digit number again. So 9 plus 6 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. So it's it's like a 6 year and a 6 month almost. But it's a 9 month, so it makes it a 6. Anyways, and I was told by my numerologist in the very beginning of the month, September 1st, it's going to be a lot of issues that you're going to have to deal with around the home this month. And and holy shit, just straight fucking drama. Like to the point where like after the month was halfway through, like I didn't even want to leave my room. Like, and every time I get a text message or some kind of message, like it would just be like, oh my god, what is gonna happen? It was just fucking crazy. The cops have been in my house twice. You know, not for me, but just because I do live with a bunch of other guys. I run an Oxford house, um, which is just an active recovery house. But I'm the manager. I run it here. So it's just been fucking crazy. And then, I'm in this six personal year in the 9 month, but it's also right after the eclipses, like in eclipse season. So like all these shadow sides and all the shadow aspects of my life and my house and everything has just been brought to the surface. Luckily, I don't do a lot of shady things, or I have good integrity just to begin with. So luckily, all this kind of stuff that came to the surface, um, I just had to explain. I just had to be an open door to everything and be transparent, and kind of show everyone why I do the things I do, and um, what's really going on. And everything turned out to be just fine. But it was still very, very dramatic. It happened in a very dramatic fashion. So it wasn't fun. I feel like I'm through it now. Ever since the gateway on the 22nd, or the equinox, since then things have been running a lot smoother for me. But still, I'm like a little hesitant to go do anything. It's like, fuck, I'm just gonna like crazy stuff I've had to deal with. I'm not going to get into details, but um, man, I'm looking forward to October and November. I think that they're going to be a lot easier for us, or for me, hopefully. Fuck, I can't wait till next year. 7 year sounds much funner than a 6 year in the position I'm in. Anyways, so we got lots of stuff to go over. So I was talking with Mona last night. What's up, Mona? Over in India. And we were just like, she'd never really heard about Jesus or Yeshua very much, and she's starting to learn about that. So I started asking about, their deities and their religions and stuff, and which I'm actually pretty aware of a lot of this stuff. And I've actually met a lot of these beings. And I remembered I have this meditation that Shiva, or who goes by Shivan now. That sounds weird, but we call Shiva Shivan now because it's like, because he is not God, and that's so he doesn't like it because everyone knows him as like a god or Lord Shiva. So he just like trying to play it down. It's like, my name's Shivan now, so just added an N to the Shiva. But anyways, this was on April 2nd, 2016. And I was with the people that were the people that took me to my ordainments and helped me through my awakening process. And the main person is the vessel, the physical vessel of the Hathors that are here on Earth. And the cool thing about this person is just all the time different beings that come in. So you know when you are at a channeling, or you see one or watch one or hear one, how it's always very formal, and it's like this, you know, you know what I mean. And it wasn't like that when I first went through my awakening. It wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like I'm gonna come out and, you know, it's just like entities would just pop in to this person's vessel, and I would just be talking with different archangels, with different celestial beings, with different gods all the time. It was really cool. It was like such a magical time of my life. And I talked to Shivan quite a few times actually, and so I was over there, and this is like a year after my awakening, but I was over there and I was wondering about different meditations. So Shivan took the time. I went and I got paper, pen, and took the time and taught me a very specific way to meditate, to become one with Earth and with all the elements of Earth, and with the last fifth element that I guess not really many people know about. I'm sure Twin Flames kind of know about it. The unknown or forbidden element, the fifth element. So I'm going to go over it right now. Like I said, I was talking with Mona, and it just kind of popped in my head. Shit, I had this meditation written down, and I've never shared it with anyone. So, hey, I'll share it with you guys right now. So, there, like I said, it's very specific on certain things that we're doing. And if you ever see statues of Shiva or Shivan, you notice how one leg's always up? Well, this is for a reason. So, you're going to need something to have fire. I suggest a little like cone incense. I would also suggest getting a piece of wood or something to put it on, because you're going to have it lit in your hand, and that shit will burn you. So get like a little piece of wood or something that's not going to really hold that, hold that heat. Because if like you do it with like a little piece of metal or something, it's just going to heat up. You want a good insulator. You're going to need water, and you're going to have to go outside. And so when you go outside, when you're going to do this, make sure that you're completely away from everyone. You're in complete isolation. And you're going to need to do this for a little bit. I was told an hour, and I've done this stuff, but I never can made it go an hour. But you can do this as long as you want. So, your left leg is going to be down in the earth. Make sure you don't have shoes on. Beach, something like that would be perfect, because you can kind of dig your foot into the earth that you want to. Or even if you're out in the woods, you just kind of want to put your foot on the ground and like maybe put some earth on your foot, because that leg is going to become earth. Your right leg is going to be up. So either you're going to want to bring a little chair with you or something to sit on, or you want to go into like a half lotus position so that your right leg is going to be raised up into the air. Your left hand is going to be air. Your right hand is going to be fire. Now we're going to, when you go into these, you're going to go into the self-chi position. So thumb and index finger is the self-chi position. Thumb and middle finger is universal chi. So you're bringing in energies from the universe when you have these, but it's going to be palms up while we're doing this meditation. The first step before we're going to light your incense, and before we do all this, you're going to need to cleanse yourself. Now you do this by imagining a flame starting at your feet and slowly coming up, and it's going to stop at each chakra. And it's going to sit there for a while, and it's going to cleanse. It's going to burn out anything that needs to be cleaned. While you are doing this, you are slowly and deeply chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. So it's not like you're not saying it like I just said it. You're saying Nam Myoho you know, you want to resonate that to the universe. When the flames, when you picture these flames above your head and you're completely engulfed, at this time, you put your hands in the prayer position and you go above your head. Can you see me? Like that. And this is the signal for like completion or finished. So you're going to be completely engulfed in these. Your chakras are going to be clean. You're going to go like this. My cleansing is complete. So now you get into your body positions. Your right leg is going to be up, and you're going to put water all over your foot. This is why it's going to become your foot is going to become water. And then you're gonna get the incense in your right hand. I believe your right hand. Yeah, right hand, and you're gonna light it. And this is gonna be fire. I mean, I guess you could use anything. It doesn't have to be incense, but like one of these little cone things that I just showed you, probably the easiest. Make sure that you protect yourself from actually getting burned though, because you don't want your hand to actually be on fire. Or you can use like a cigarette, or maybe even just like a stick of incense, like hanging out from right here. But you know, you gotta have fire in your right hand. Like I said, your left hand's gonna be air, and you don't need anything because it's just air. So, as you go into this meditation, you start with the earth, then you go to water, then you go to air, then you go to fire. What you're doing when you're meditating is you're picturing your limb, whatever limb it is, becoming the element that it is incorporated with. So at the end of it, when you're ending with fire, your hand, your whole arm, your whole limb becomes this fire. Your left hand is going to become air. Your left foot, your left whole leg is going to become earth. Your right leg is going to become water, and this is why you need to pour the water on your leg and your foot. So, one by one, take your time with this. Become this element. So, once you have the 4 elements, and you are all 4 elements, we're going to go to the 5th, the unknown element, or the forbidden element. Shiva called it the forbidden element, and they said, well, it's not really forbidden, it's just kind of unknown, but that's just what he called it. And this is the blue flame next to your soul, or that is your soul, that sits next to your heart. So now that you've become all of these elements, you picture this blue flame, your soul flame, blue soul flame, soul blue flame is what it's called, and it's gonna spread, and it's gonna engulf you, and it's gonna cleanse these elements that are you. And as you are cleansed, and as you are engulfed in this soul blue flame, you close off each one. So first you're gonna okay. So as you're doing all of this, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a step back. We're not finishing yet. As this blue flame going, as you're doing this, you are still chanting Nam Yo Ho Ringe Kyo. Slowly and deeply as you chant, and you become these elements. You can also chant San San Jo Lu Bao Ya Wu, which is Chinese for 3396815, which is like some universal code or like magic number. So San San is 33, Jo is 6, Lu is 8. Oh wait, San San 33, so San is 3, Jo is 9, Lu is 6, Ba is 8, Yao is 1, Wu is 5. So you're saying 3396815, but in Chinese. I'm doing this deeply and slowly. And this is like a generic number that's like super powerful, so you can use it for any kind of meditation, any kind of anything you're trying to bring into your life through these chants. You can use this chant for whatever you're doing. Set an intention and then use this number, San San Jo Lu Bao Ya Wu, and it'll do amazing things. Just try it out. I'll be using it for a couple years. So now we're getting to finishing the meditation. So you're going to close your hands one at a time. You're going to take this element that you become into yourself. It is you. It's coming into you. So you're cutting it off. The air, the fire. Make sure the fire's out probably. But you close your hand and you seal it off and it comes inside of you. You're going to lift your foot out of the dirt. You're going to put the foot that you had up, the water foot, you're going to plant it down in the ground, and this seals everything off. And you bring it into you and it becomes you. You absorbing it into yourself. Now this is kind of weird actually, but this is how you want to close this meditation out. And he was very specific about how you close this out. So you put your hands in the yin-yang position, which is like this, with right hand over left hand. And you want to come out. And then you come like this. Release your forefinger. Index finger, I'm sorry. And then you come back. And you do it again. And you're like this again. And then the same thing. You just bring your hands into prayer position. And you signal that I'm finished. Done. Completed. And that is the element meditation. I hope that you guys like that. It's pretty cool. So, man, I pulled some cards, but I'm already almost 18 minutes into this video, 17 and a half. So, I think I'm just going to make another short little video and put that out. Yeah, fucking, this is going to end up being a half-hour video. Okay, so that's all for this video, and I'll make the other video right now. Later, guys. Hope you enjoy the meditation.